It's week 8 of the National Football League, and all eyes are on Jared Goff. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Lions and the Titans, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From the automotive capital of the world, we get a look at a venue that pays homage to that industry. Welcome to Ford Field here in Detroit, Michigan. Joined by a former NFL quarterback up in the booth, Mr. Brock Huard. I'm Kate Scott, and Brock, you can brag if you'd like to, because I know you had quite the big arm in your days with the Huskies and the Seahawks in Seattle. Well, we've got a couple of quarterbacks here who also know how to push that football down the field.
Yeah, you got a couple QBs who are going to keep these defenses honest today, because the moment they get greedy in coverage or get too aggressive in the pocket, either of these quarterbacks can drop a dime, drop a deep throw right over them for big yardage, and maybe 6 points too.
The punter, Jack Fox, to get this one started. And we're off and running from Ford Field. Jackson now to return it. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So the Titans readying for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is their second-year quarterback from Kentucky. He earned several starts as a rookie. It's Will Levis.
I would argue the NFL today is populated with some of the best athletes playing quarterback we have ever seen, and Will fits into that mold. He's big, he's strong, and man, did he have a breakout debut with 4 touchdown passes a year ago in his opener. The challenge was the consistency, and that was for the entire team. He's hoping year 2 and gaining on that rookie experience can help him take that next step. There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up third down. Levis from the shotgun. He has the first over the middle. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They'll run here with Tyjae Spears. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Kirby Joseph up for the stop. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Levis. As his man, it's DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to hold him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that'll be a Tennessee first down. Now the shotgun give to Spears. And he'll start pushing them into field goal range. A small gain to the 38. Now we'll take a moment to check out his numbers on the ground from a week ago. Second down now, 7 to go. From the 38. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. It looked like it was going to be picked there. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. From the gun, Levis. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And the opening drive of the game ends in 3 points.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
He stopped on the return at the 27. So now it's the Lions' turn to head out for the first time on offense. And leading them out in his 9th NFL season, he experienced a real resurgence last year. It's Jared Goff.
A win is a win for him, whether he goes for 400 yards and 5 touchdowns, Kate, or maybe he just finds the end zone once like last week. And being the team-first guy he is, he'd be more than happy to end the game with just 1 touchdown pass, or maybe even no touchdown passes, so long as they get the win in the end.
He'll have him gain about a handful there. That was Harold Landry making the tackle. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run, in need of some attention. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He's on the move. He's running with it. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that gives the Lions the first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Putting the tight end in motion. Off play action, Goff. And this throw's knocked away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Goff. This finds Mitchell, complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, Goff. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done, incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. 4th down coming up. The Lions readying for the punt. Jaquan Jackson deep for the Titans. And he's got this fair catch right along the 12-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Titans will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's Levis. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
You know, I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And the Titans will have a 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Levis now on 1st down. And a man is there to knock that away. Intended target was Calvin Ridley. So that brings up 2nd down. Levis throwing again. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or he just had a surprise break in concentration. It's so unusual at this level to see a drop pass unless there's a hit involved.
And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted, it's gonna be 4th down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. The Lions and Jahmyr Gibbs back out on offense. And you can see he's done his part on offense this season, sitting 2nd right now in the league in rushing touchdowns. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Throwing quickly, but it's incomplete. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they face 2nd down. Goff setting to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
And 10 yards to go.
Throwing from the gun here. And that one's incomplete. For now, he brings up 4th. Let's see what this penalty flag is all about.
Holding offense.
Tempting to perhaps take the yards and run 3rd down again, partner, but they decline it. That's going to bring up 4th down. 4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he hauls it in right near the 40-yard line. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And the Titans will get set to take over. So the Tennessee offense headed out for another series. They've got an early 3-0 lead as they take over here. Levis here on 1st down. Looking sideline and caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. They'll come up 1st and 10.
First down, Tennessee.
Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And that means 3rd down coming up. Levis. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. Know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
The offense headed out now for Detroit. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Running it with Gibbs. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Goff now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They're set up at the 35 now. They motion the tight end over. They go play action with Goff. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Another try following the sack. That's caught. Here comes Jahmyr Gibbs. And he goes out of bounds, just short of the 35.
I know that completion doesn't move the chains. I love it nonetheless. You make sure that defense is aware of every eligible player going out. And this time it was out of the backfield with the running back that shows he's adept at catching it as well.
That one firmly denied by the man in coverage. So that brings up 4th and long. Jack Fox on the punt. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's had a very busy game already, Brock. 3rd time they've called on him as he gets this away. And a fair catch made here at the 17.
Take over first and 10.
So no return on that punt.
Their own 18.
And they've got a long field ahead of them to begin this drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Spears running behind center. And this one doesn't go far. 3 yards on the first down play, and that brings up 2nd and 7.
To pick number 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 21. That throw finds Okonkwo. And he gets him around 6 there. Tackled by Jack Campbell.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Spears trying this straight ahead. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Throwing is Levis on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
New set of downs for him at the 38. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brian Branch getting there for the tackle. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5. Levis now off the play fake. It's caught. This is Tajay Spears. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Now from the secondary, and it's Rake Straw on the tackle. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. A handoff to Spears. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Throwing now on 1st down, Levis has the connection to Ridley. And he works this to the 38 before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
At the Lions' 38-yard line.
On the play fake, it's Levis. It's complete to Hopkins. And they get this down to the 28.
Complete to number 10.
Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
First down, Tennessee.
From the gun, Levis. Okonkwo brings it in. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
To Chief Okonkwo.
That's 16 on the pickup.
Gain of 16
And the
yards.
Titans will have a first down.
The Titans' first down.
Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We're back to Ford Field right after this. Ready to go with our 2nd quarter. Titans with the ball and a chance to score. This is Spears heading left. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about.
Holding. Offense.
So now, partner, got to reevaluate what to do on this next snap because the holding call pushes him back quite a ways. Running it after the penalty. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Rolling out to his left. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down. And after this play, there's a Titan out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. 3rd and just 2 to go. First throw for the backup now. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short. Need a conversion. They're throwing for it. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Arden Key there for the stop.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
Off play action, Goff. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. Looking for Sam Laporta with that one. And it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Goff. Pass complete to Gibbs. And he's brought down. They're spotting this one right at the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
First down throw from Goff. Anticipated the quick staccato pass there. It's knocked away. Incomplete. Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down.
At the 20-yard line.
Throwing off the play fake here. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
St. Brown there to bring it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They're set up at the 35 now. On 1st down, it's Gibbs. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. Now we have a member of the Titans injured after the play and in need of some assistance. Offense to the line for 2nd down. From the gun, Goff. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Goff to the air now. Into the hands of Gibbs. Following that completion, a member of the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Motioning one of the tight ends. Off the gut they go with Gibbs. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully going to back up this offense. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Tried getting it to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And that makes it 2nd and long. Williams coming in motion right. Throwing again, it's Goff. He's trying to lay it in deep along the right sideline.
You know, Kate, that's one of those instances where you try to walk that tightrope on the sidelines. The problem is, on a throw that far down the field, that is so hard to do, so difficult. I love the effort, just couldn't quite find the execution.
Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, that's one of the moments as a QB, you just feel like those defenders are in your huddle. To drop them for a loss on third down can't happen. That's an incredibly quick read by the defense.
It'll be another punt. Jack Fox out there once again. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. Officially a 55-yard launch. And it'll be their football. So now here comes the Titans on offense. They took their shot on 4th and goal, came away empty-handed, so a lot to like, Brock, but just need to find a way to punch it in this time. And he's going to be brought down up at the 28-yard line. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
May not be the way he typically gets the ball, Kate, but once he had it in his hands like a reception, he knew what to do with it. He smelled that first down, and he went and got it.
Throw right side, caught by Thomas. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Now, after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 2nd and 3 now. Off the play fake, he's going to throw. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That's going to fall incomplete. Either way, he was breaking it up. Couldn't hang on to the pick, so hits the ground, brings up 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. Deep for the Lions, Khalif Raymond. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Lions back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. And he sure has proven to be a handful for them, grabbing their attention as a runner, but actually doing a good bit of damage as part of the team's passing game, too. On 1st down, it's Goff. He finds Laporta. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Chidobe, Awuzie, they're on the tackle. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
At the 24-yard line.
Receiver in motion, headed right. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Catch is made down the right sideline. He will go! Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions just need 2 snaps to steal a lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
Badgley with the extra point. And the Lions take a 4-point lead.
Titans 3.
Fox now to kick this one away. Jackson now to return it. This return makes it up to the 25. The Titans and DeAndre Hopkins getting set for this next offensive possession. And he finds himself across an important benchmark for yards this season after that last drive. He stayed pretty busy this season, and the numbers show just that. To throw here on 1st down. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. tried getting it to Calvin Ridley. So it'll be second down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Third and a lone yard coming up. Here's Spears on the carry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Yeah, you'd sure love to see a little more yardage when you get into the open field, but this offense, it will take a new set of downs with that toss run.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Throwing from the gun. Pass caught by Ridley. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be a Tennessee first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Now a give to Spears. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. That was a Fatu Melifonwu there to make the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They've got a man in motion. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. A 5th defensive back into the game for the Lions. 3rd down coming. Back to throw. And he let his man too much there, Brock. Incomplete. 4th down coming up.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or two, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those.
The kick by Gano is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Khalif Raymond to return it. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Motioning Williams left. Goff on 1st and 10. Couldn't connect right side. It's incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap here to Goff. He lofts it deep left. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. The Titans sending their offense and Tyjae Spears out there. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Throwing now on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
I'm not sure that deficit's going anywhere anytime soon. If anything, this is a defense that sees their offense creating not a ton of separation on the board, knowing they've got to shoulder the load. And sacks like that go a long ways towards doing it.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost them 5 yards. Back to the line they go. It's second down. Another try following the sack. Hauled in by Tyler Boyd. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. Got to figure out this third down here. He's dropping back to throw. Did not like what he was seeing, Brock, and he just hurls this one away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on third down? They chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Hard to do better than that. A 66-yard punt. And the Lions will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tight end motioning right. Goff setting to throw. Caught by the tight end, running that corner. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10 from the 41. Straight ahead with Gibbs. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in the Motor City. The Lions leading near the break. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throw complete to Williams. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That one hits for 30. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
He gets this one to Peoples-Jones. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is gone. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
14-yard line.
1st down throw from Goff. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, Goff. And in for the Detroit touchdown. All right, so this solid 1st half continues from Brock. They're into the end zone to extend their advantage.
And I think if you're a head coach, you've got to be very happy with the effort so far. You always preach about coming out strong, and they've been the ones dictating the tempo. As a result, they add to their lead.
Badgley for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Lions grow their lead to 8. Fox now to kick this one away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. Second and 3. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? Shotgun snap, looking to throw. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Punt team on, and they'll send this one away. And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. No return on that punt. And they'll take over with minimal time remaining in the half. Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. And they take him down at the 24-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And that gives the Lions the first. We've arrived at halftime here in Detroit. The Lions defending their building. They've got the lead at the break. Now we'll send you south to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Kate, we'll get back to you and Brock in a bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where it was definitely a game with some intrigue, as you can see by the score line. 16-9, the final score. From there, we head east to the Land to check on the Brownies at home at Cleveland Browns Stadium. And they couldn't get the job done as they fall to the visiting Baltimore Ravens. Derrick Henry, 100 yards exactly on the ground with a touchdown run as well. In the first half, it was the veteran quarterback Jared Goff who had command of the offense. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission.
Thanks so much for the look around the league, Coach. But now it's time to turn our attention back to this one as we begin the 3rd quarter. Here's Raymond on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The Lions and Jared Goff set to take over on offense once again. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. They've got first down from the 31. They go play action with Goff. Makes the grab in bounds left side. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that'll be first down, Detroit.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
Now Goff. Throwing the out route complete. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. 2nd and 3 now.
2nd and 3 at the Titans' 41-yard line.
From the 41. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3. Off play action, Goff. It's taken in by Williams. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Move the chains! You gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They're set up at the 35 now.
First and 10 at the 30.
Early movement along the right side. The flag comes out.
False start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. Throwing again, it's Goff. Got Williams, and it's complete. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Okay, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that. You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Intended for Sam Laporta.
Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
That's a clutch 7-yard pickup, and it pays off the call to go for it on 4th down.
Lions, first down.
Now Gibbs. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
A 36-yard attempt.
Lambo able to put it through. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
Jackson now to return it. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Out come the Titans for another offensive possession. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. They'll come out throwing. Has him on the quick hitter. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Aiden Hutchinson, energetic as always after making the stick. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's the handoff. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
What was supposed to move the chains or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? Well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
Running it with Spears. And he hits a wall at the line and goes nowhere.
That's pretty much textbook defense right there and how to stop a draw play. Guys near the line, keeping their eyes in the backfield, and then you collapsed all running lanes as soon as he got the ball.
Punt team on the field. And he's been getting all of it every time out. Averaging over 50 yards a kick, and this is another one well hit. And some textbook work covering that punt. It is stopped after almost nothing on the return. The home team's headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember, but as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Able to find Peoples-Jones here. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. One of the tight ends in motion left. On first down, it's Goff. That one doesn't find its man, incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
And the Titans rush brings him down. And after this play, there's a Titan out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. And the Titans opting for a 50B, a nickel set, third down. Out of the shotgun, Goff. Into the hands of Gibbs. Continuing to move past the 45. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
Pursue, pursue, pursue. It's why they do these drills all the time, Kate. You do them through the offseason, do them through training camp, you do them in the regular season. Because when a defense plays with tremendous pursuit, you force fourth downs just as they did.
No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. They're out and set, first and 10. We'll get another look at this Tennessee offense. And this certainly isn't the rut they want to be in, Brock. All of their drives have been ending in punts as of late. Complete out to the right. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in.
It's a gain of 10.
They have themselves another first and 10. Back to throw. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Trying getting it to Calvin Ridley. So it's second down coming up. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. He was looking DeAndre Hopkins' way there. And things look tougher now with third and long. He'll look to throw. That's incomplete. Trying to set up the screen there. This one intended for the running back. And they're going to be stuck with a fourth and long. They'll send out the punting unit. And he's been one of the players of this game. Getting about 50 yards of boots so far, and here's another quality effort. And that one drawn up to perfection. They're going to down this one at the 5. The home teams ready for their next series. Led out on offense by their quarterback. Offense ready to begin this drive, first and 10. And on that last drive, Brock, he crossed a notable threshold in passing yards for the season. Always nice when you can reach one of those plateaus to look back on after the year's over. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on first down. Now they're going to have second and 3.
Brings up second and 3.
Goff. Hits him on the in route. And he's going to be brought down after getting this up to the 22. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
That's good for the Lions. First down. First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Shotgun snap here to Goff. Completed over the middle. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Chidobe Awuzie, they're on the tackle. Second and 6 coming up here.
Second and 6 at the 26-yard line.
Goff to the air now. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be marked down a yard shy of that marker.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that first down right there.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. Goff on first and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did, wasted no time in getting that sack.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Gibbs now from the gun. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 8 yards on that pickup, and an even 10 remain on third down.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 10.
Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Backed up now after the penalty. It's third down. Here's Goff. That's caught for the first. Well, 3rd and 15, you don't see many of those picked up, partner, but they found a way.
Kate, I've probably seen a million balls thrown in my life, and maybe even more. From the time I was in high school all the way here to the pros, and over all these decades of watching guys throw it, and I'll tell you what, I never get tired of watching a laser like that.
Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. They're going play action. Fits it through the middle. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. It's a gain of 22. And that gives the Lions the first.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Enough to Gibbs from the gun. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Complete to Raymond. And a nice gain here, but it stopped short of the first.
That's a gain of 8.
We'll see what they come up with for third down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. This one not out of reach quite yet, but it is a 2-score game to begin the 4th. Here's a nickel look by the Titans. Third down. From the gun, Goff. And he's going to take this in. Touchdown, Detroit! The Lions making a 3-score game in the 4th. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His second touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
Point after converted from Badgley. And the Lions push their lead to 18.
Lions 24, Titans 6.
Fox now to kick this one away. Return coming from the 6. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. As that play comes to an end, we get a pretty quick stoppage from the officials. Players shaken up. It looks like, yeah, it's David Montgomery who's being helped out and in some pain. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. Has his man. It's Ridley. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. 2nd and 3 now.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 35-yard line.
He's going to throw this one. Okonkwo brings it in. And he works this to the 38 before going down. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. New set of downs for him at the 38. Levis here on 1st down. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. In the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. From the gun, Levis. That throw finds Okonkwo. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. 3rd and just 2 to go. Levis from the shotgun. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that leaves them with a decision to make on 4th and short. Now it's Nick Folk to try the Titans field goal. Ball on the right hash for this 36-yard look. The kick by Gano is good. And that lowers the deficit to 15.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
Kickoff taken at the 3. He stopped on the return at the 27. Following the kick return, we've got somebody shaken up, so we're going to get a stoppage here as he's attended to. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. 2nd and 3 now. This is hauled in by Peoples-Jones. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10.
That's good for the Lions. First down.
It's Gibbs on the carry. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is gone. Gets it quickly to St. Brown. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be 1st down, Detroit.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
False start, offense.
One of the most common penalties in the sport, and the reaction, it's the same every time, Brock. Frustration from the coach as they get backed up 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
10 more yards. He's tackled at the 32-yard line. A gain of 10 brings up the 2nd and 5.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Nearly intercepted. Ooh, he almost had it. Couldn't bring it in. Incomplete. That brings up 3rd down.
Incomplete. Jack Gibbons on the coverage.
Goff back to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is cut. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard
1st down throw from Goff. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
After the sack, another pass on second down. And that one looked like an interception for a second. Instead, it's incomplete. Defender couldn't hang on to it. Third down coming up.
On the coverage.
Out of the shotgun, Goff. Finds a seam down the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
You've got to be cognizant of where the line to gain is. You can't run that route short, and you certainly can't throw it. That route's just not deep enough. Needed to extend it closer to the chains for a first down.
Lambeau able to put it through. And it's a 3-score game now, an 18-point lead.
I think you could call this one now, Kate. His field goal makes it a 3-score game, and even the most improbable comeback attempts are going to have a hard time erasing that type of deficit here in the final quarter.
And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Titans ready to take over on offense. And down double digits, Brock. Field goals like we saw on their last drive aren't going to move the needle as much as they need to. Levis now on first down. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
To throw again on second down, Levis. Throwing the out route complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. 3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Shotgun now for Levis. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Desperation time here on 4th. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down. So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. Shotgun handoff now for Spears. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. And after this play, there's a Lion out there who got the worst of it. He's in some discomfort as they head out to check on him. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Now Levis. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap, they're gonna throw. Complete beyond the marker. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Block in the back. Offense.
So they catch the illegal block in the back, Brock, and that's rare that we see the clipping call. It's a dangerous play. It's rightfully gonna back up this offense. And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans get it back to within 2 possessions. They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock. And it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop them either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
That one right down the middle. And the Titans make it an 11-point ball game. Stonehouse now to kick this one away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. The home teams are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. On the ground, it's a give to Gibbs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ooh, a little movement along the line there. That's going to cost the defense 5 yards.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
So keep that 2nd and short play in your back pocket. So the penalty goes ahead and gives them the first.
Automatic first down.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Another one for Gibbs. And he gets this one to the 49 on a solid pickup. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Gibbs. Open space inside the 40. And he's in for the big play touchdown. Oh, Brock, but there it is. Back down the field, we've got a flag, and I don't think this is going to count.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Running it with Gibbs. And they take him down right along the 30. Let's see what they want to do here, partner. It's 2nd and inches. Here's a give to Gibbs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Detroit. Lions moments away from their 4th win of the year. 3rd down run by Gibbs. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Here's Gibbs on the carry. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down. No surprises here. Defense quick to stop that clock. We've got 1:53 left in this game. They'll come to the line here. 2nd and 9. Running it with David Montgomery. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running it after the penalty. The Titans call their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Montgomery now up the middle. And he makes it to the start of the red zone down at the 20. 4 yards, narrows the distance a bit, but still some yardage left here on 4th down. For the 3rd time today, we see them setting up for a field goal from 37 yards in the right hash.
Lambeau able to put it through.
and that extends their lead to 14.
That kick, well, it throws a roadblock up on some of the remaining avenues to get back in this game. It really leaves only one remaining. It's going to take 2 touchdowns if they want a shot at it. And we know those odds, they're getting pretty long.
Returning it from the 4. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Their offense ready to take the field now. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. Throwing now on first down, Levis. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. On the play fake, it's Levis. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw it. And that one hits the deck. No fear from them trying to go deep on third down. You love that. Don't love the fact they couldn't connect. Fourth down coming up. To throw. Throw caught by his running back. And defenders arriving in support to finish him off at the line. And absolutely no chance of getting the yards he needed. He's brought down well short, and they're going to turn it over on downs.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
This will be a nice win for the Lions, who draw closer to it as they take a knee.
Nothing left to do now, Kate, but celebrate on one side and watch on hopelessly from the other. What a hard-fought effort to get to this spot, and now you can enjoy the victory.
So in Motor City, it's a home win for the Lions. And the sting of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Lions, as we'll see you next time from Detroit.